Hello, fellow COVID hostages. This is Dr. David Gabriele, naturopathic doctor and registered acupuncturist. Just wanted to do a follow-up video on the last video I made on inflammation. Now, in the first video, I talked more about the things to avoid to decrease inflammation. In this video, I want to talk about the things to do to decrease inflammation. So first thing, and I know this is going to overlap with the first video, but this is important information, bears repeating. Fruits and vegetables, most important thing to decrease your inflammation. Now, what is recommended? 4 to 5 cups plus per day. Now, I know for some of you, not a big deal. That's probably pretty much what you eat. But I know from experience, there's a lot of you out there that's a very high amount of vegetables and you don't eat anywhere near that much. Now, to those people I say, and this is from my heart because I know from experience, you got to end the war on broccoli, okay? Broccoli's not going anywhere, my friends, okay? So make your peace. You can eat as much broccoli as you can tolerate, and he'll be better for it. So, time to move on. Now, to those people, to be serious, those people that don't eat any vegetables or just eat a very low amount of vegetable, what I would say is aim for something realistic for you. Like, for example, 1 cup. So, a serving of vegetables, for example, broccoli, is a half a cup. So, with 1 cup, you get 2 servings. So, start with 1 cup a day. Experiment with explore with different vegetables or vegetables as people call them, and see if you can find something that you like or a cooking method that you like, spices that you like, and go from there. If you can maintain 1 cup a day, then maybe you're ready to make the jump to 2 and eventually 3. Okay, I would say at least get to 3 cups a day for vegetables. Okay, now in terms of fruits. They usually recommend about 2.5 cups of fruits a day. But if you're the type of person that hates vegetables but eats a lot of fruits, the key is balance, all right? So it's not really advisable to eat no vegetables and lots of fruits, okay? So 1 apple is good for you, therefore 20 apples is 20 times as good. That doesn't work. It doesn't work like that, all right? So sorry. So if you eat about 2 cups of fruit a day, make sure you balance that with at least 2 cups of vegetables a day. Ideally, you maybe want more like, if you're going to aim for 5 cups a day, go for 3 cups of vegetables, 3 cups of vegetables and 2 cups of fruit. At least balance them out. So, okay, moving on from fruits and vegetables, but actually let's take a second to be a little bit more specific. So in terms of vegetables, the main ones are, let's see if I remember, leafy greens, cruciferous, and root vegetables. Those are probably some of the main categories of that are the most anti-inflammatory. So leafy greens, kale, spinach, collard greens, right? Cruciferous, that's just a fancy name for the category. Brussels sprouts, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and root vegetables. Root meaning that they grow under the ground. They're the actual root of the plant rather than the part that sticks out of the ground, like carrots, beets, sweet potatoes, things like that. Those are very good in terms of anti-inflammatory. However, side note, because I always want to think of people's weight, because I have a lot of patients that are concerned about their weight. Root vegetables, although they're really good for you and anti-inflammatory, they do have a higher carb content, so you do have to balance that out. Okay. Another type of food. And I didn't even mention in fruits. Also, there's tomatoes and avocados. They're not usually considered fruits, but they are. But those are just amazing anti-inflammatory foods. And in terms of nuts, really healthy. Macadamia nuts, walnuts, almonds, pecans or pecans, however you want to pronounce it. Those are absolutely incredible for anti-inflammatory action. Fish is really good for you. I know there's a lot of people out there that love fish, and there's some people that just can't stand fish. What I would say, if you love fish, then we don't need to talk about that. If you hate fish, and I know there's a lot of you out there, what I would say is same thing. Start with a fish that's very mild in flavor. I know I've talked to so many people about this, and I used to be like this. What people don't like when it comes to fish is that fishy smell and that fishy taste, and I get it. But that fishy smell and taste is 99% because the fish is old and not fresh. If you get fresh fish, almost 99% of the time you don't have any of that smell, just so you know, or that taste. Start with something simple like salmon or something like that. So some of the more Oily or fatty fish have more omega-3 fatty acid, and therefore they're more anti-inflammatory, like herring, mackerel, salmon, sardines, anchovies. Probably missing some, but those are some of the main ones. Now, also, I know I talked about this last time, but oils. Oils are so important. So some of the healthiest anti-inflammatory oils to cook with, specifically, would be something like avocado oil, grapeseed oil, and even coconut oil. In terms of as a finishing oil, meaning that you don't cook with it because you don't want to heat it up and burn it, but you can use it on top of your salads or on top of your cooked vegetables or meats, would be olive oil. Is probably the best one. It's probably the top one for anti-inflammatory action. And then the two main spices that are really good for inflammation would be turmeric and ginger. Now, turmeric and ginger are related, so they're kind of the same texture. If you snap open ginger, you get that, you have the orange, you have the yellow color, and if you snap open turmeric root, then you have the orange color. But if you slice them, you put it in a stir-frying soup, they're absolutely delicious. And people are surprised that you can buy turmeric just like you can buy ginger, but you can buy it. And you just buy the root, clean it just like you treat ginger. But it's not as spicy, so you might even like it better than ginger. Now, I know that's kind of glossing over a lot of little details, but that gives you kind of an overview of some of the best foods you can have to decrease your inflammation. Now, going to lifestyle, exercise, stress, sleep, and weight management are the main things that are very important to keeping your inflammation under control. So exercise, I talked about in the last video. I mean, I can't say enough about it. If you're not exercising, and I know there's a lot of you out there, I'm trying to think of something I could say to motivate you to exercise. It's good for you. I don't know what else to tell you. It's like one of the best things you can do. So I don't know what to say. If you're the type of person that says, I'm just too tired at night to exercise, I don't have the energy. Listen, I know it doesn't make sense, but the more you exercise, the more energy you get. It's counterintuitive. I get it. You will actually build that capacity for more energy. Also, if you exercise, you'll sleep better, which is, first of all, good sleep is important to keep your inflammation under control. But if you sleep better, that means you have more energy during the day. So this is just really important. So exercise, sleep, hugely important. Like if you're the type of person that gets great sleep, fantastic. If you don't, that's something to focus on. Don't just let it go year after year. It's like, I'm just one of those people that don't sleep well. No. That's something to focus on. Stress, like I mentioned in the last video, really important. I know it's easy for me to say, but it's something for you to focus on. If you're consistently stressed, that's something to address. Okay, it's very important. Weight. So the last thing is weight. So having excess weight, being overweight, being obese, these are things that are going to contribute to a lot of different aspects of your health. But in terms of inflammation, if you want to keep your inflammation under control, then take steps to maintain a healthy weight. Okay, I think I covered everything. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Avoid the inflammation.